Whoever drinks this water will get thirsty again. But anyone who drinks the water that I shall give will never be thirsty again. The water that I shall give will turn into a spring inside him, welling up to eternal life. Jesus, the living water. Jesus, the living water, the source of life, the source of love, the source of everything, the logos, the logic and reason for everything. The logic and the reason for everything, Jesus. Here we have the Samaritan woman and Jesus at Jacob's well. Who is thirsty? Apparently, Jesus. But we are in the Gospel of St. John. The words mean more than what we read. Here the woman is thirsty. The woman is thirsty and she is looking for something or somebody to satisfy her thirst. She has been to many wells. In fact, 5 of them. And they all turned out to be empty. She went to the first man with great expectations and dreams. And then she realized, this man cannot satisfy me. Then to the second one, the same story. The third one, the same story. The fourth one, the same story. And now she thinks maybe here is the right one, the fifth one. The fifth one may be the right one. She thinks so. And there is the Lord at the well to make her realize her foolish ways and point to something that we all go through. Don't condemn this woman in this story. Her story is our story as well. Every one of us, you and me, we all have the same story. We all have this existential predicament. An existential predicament. Nothing seems to satisfy us. Nobody can satisfy us. Nobody has in him or her what it takes to satisfy my soul. We are finite beings with infinite longings. We are finite beings with infinite longings. An everlasting soul in a dying body. That is the predicament. An everlasting soul in a dying body. Finite beings with infinite longings. We struggle with this, the body and the soul, my finitude and my infinite longings. Hence our search for meaning in any person, joy in any person, happiness in any person, love in any person is absolutely bound to end in disappointment, frustration, and disillusionment. In the words of Thomas Merton, You may come to the top of the ladder of success. You may come to the very top of the ladder of success, and then you realize the ladder has been on the wrong wall. That is the truth. You may imagine, if only I win a lottery, oh, what a wonderful life I may have. Then what will I do? I'll have a mansion and a big house. Oh, every luxury I dream of, I will have everything. You win lottery, and you win the lottery, and all the hell breaks loose. You may imagine, you may think, oh, this husband I have, this wife I have, not good enough. If I marry again, it may be that person, maybe she or he. No, again you are bound to end an empty well. Nobody has in him, in her, what it takes to satisfy your soul. In the words of H.G. Wells, everybody has got a God-shaped vacuum in him, in her. Everybody has a God-shaped vacuum within him, within her. Only God can fill that void because it's God-shaped. So looking for happiness in anybody or in anything is absolutely bound to end in disappointment and disillusionment. What is the message here? In the story of the Samaritan woman and Jesus, the Lord is leading her to some fundamental truths. And she realizes, here is the person I have been looking for all my life. Hence, John says, in a very symbolic language, she dropped the bucket. Oh, I don't need this anymore. Starting a new life, she goes back to the town and tells everyone, I have found him, the one I was looking for. All my life, I went to the wrong ones all these years, but now, at last, I have found the one. Come and see him. Before I close, I invite you to consider something very significant in the Gospel of St. John. I have invited you to read the Bible the last 2 Sundays. When you read St. John, give good attention. John is not really concerned about the miracles of Jesus. He is going to the very root, the very truth of who this Jesus is. Beyond the miracles, who is he? And he starts, in the beginning was the Word, Logos. Everything came from him. Everything was made by him, and for him nothing came that was not from him. Everything, for he is the Logos, the logic, the meaning of everything. Then what else you find in the Gospel of St. John in chapter 1? It has got the first question of Jesus. Can you remember? Anybody remember? There's a question in the first chapter of St. John, a very existential question. The very first question of Jesus. Note those words. To John and James. They were disciples of John the Baptist. And here they are coming to Jesus. And Jesus asked them this question, what are you looking for? It's an existential question. What are you looking for? What are you searching for? What are you thirsting for? You and me, what are we looking for? In one of our seminaries in Kerala, in India, we have these words at the door of the seminary. What are you looking for? If you're looking for Jesus, enter. We could have those words at the door of this church as well. What are you looking for? If you're looking for Jesus, enter. Nothing else here. You haven't come to see me or anybody here. Nothing. I have come looking for Jesus. In the word here, in the sacrament here, in the Holy Mass here, in the Holy Communion here, in everything, I am looking for my Jesus. Because he is the Logos, the logic, the source of life, love, and the very reason for this human life.